All right, so sometimes motivating yourself to get to the gym, not an easy task. I had one of those really long days. My morning was not, so I am getting that afternoon workout in because I don't want to go to sleep tonight and be like, man, I just wish I worked out. So for those days you're really struggling to get your fitness on, I always say play the tape forward. What I mean by that, if you have health and wellness goals you're trying to hit, maybe slimming your waistline down or just getting bigger biceps, it's not gonna happen if you're not showing up and doing the work. And I get it, there's gonna be some days where you don't have the pep in your step like you do on other days, but you just gotta come to the gym, dial in, and just realize maybe you're not gonna lift as much for a bench press as you did last week. That's okay, do the work, you still focus on your form, not train with your ego, because you're the one who has to be accountable to yourself to make sure you're showing up and really putting the work in. All right, so I'm gearing up for a heavier dumbbell bench press. And those days you don't feel like working out in the gym, that's where I really believe a warm-up weight is super important, right? Because you're dragging, you're like, I don't know if I really wanna lift heavy today, but just start getting the blood flowing, get pumped up, and kill it. And the other thing is tracking your progress. So those days you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna kill it today at the gym, am I making progress? I love to follow an app. I actually use Ryan Fisher's Chalk Performance Training app for full body aesthetics. And I can look back, I know the last time I did dumbbell bench press, I lifted with 75 pounds in each hand. Today, we're shooting for 80. And the other thing I would really say, celebrate the small wins. Stop booing yourself off the stage. If you're lifting, say for chest, like I was just doing dumbbell bench press, and maybe it's not as heavy as you want, but you're putting the work in, like celebrate that. For me, I remember before I had my partial shoulder replacement, my arthritis, I had the shoulder of like a 98-year-old man. It was so bad and just like rickety and all over the place. I really couldn't get that range of motion. I don't have 100% mobility now, but it's a million times better than where I was. So for me, being able to pick up two 80-pound dumbbells and bench press, that's a win for me. And knowing I lifted more weight today than last time, I'm celebrating that. So another thing I'm a big fan of is visualization for inspiration. So what I mean by that, I'm about to shrug 100-pound dumbbells in each hand. That's as heavy as they go here, but this is still challenging for me. So I'm thinking the whole range of motion, like the movement I want to achieve when I pick these up. So once I start hitting it and I'm looking in the mirror, I know where they need to land. And here's my biggest tip. I think a lot of fitness people will totally agree with me on this. You have to track your progress beyond the scale. You know what's crazy? I could wake up, depending on how much sleep I got the night before, did I have a lot of sodium before bed on my popcorn or whatever, and I could be up sometimes 3 pounds the next morning compared to the day prior. It really all depends. How did my sleep go? What was my workout like the day before? Am I inflamed? Like that all plays a role. And that's the thing. I always say celebrate non-scale victories. Like this is great for like a baseline, but don't live your life by the scale. At one point when I was like tracking macros pretty intensely like years ago, I would be in my head and just screw myself up for the whole day if I was like up a pound or something. So right now, I sometimes just weigh myself once a week and I go by how I feel. How do my clothes feel? I do take pictures to track my progress. What do I look like? That's important. So you gotta celebrate the non-scale victories. So my final thoughts when it comes to staying motivated on your fitness journey, find sustainable workouts, and ultimately going to the gym should be fun. If you feel like it's a chore and you're miserable waking up and going to the gym in the morning or after work, you're not gonna consistently do it. And consistency is what everybody needs to be able to achieve their health and their fitness goals. Because if you're not consistent and you fall off the wagon here or there, you're never gonna get into the shape you want and really just feel as good as you can. And as I mentioned earlier, stop booing yourself off the stage saying, I'm never gonna be fit enough, or I'm never gonna have biceps like so-and-so. Just start putting in the work and play the tape forward. Because if you say to yourself, do I wanna be where I am now, a year from now, and you're not happy with where you are, and the answer is no, then you just have to start digging in and finding yourself not only sustainable workouts, a program you enjoy doing, but a gym and a community that not only inspires you, but as my friend Tommy said, where you feel like fitness and health, it's contagious. I'll see you next time.